Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Awesome Sunday Show. Connor here.
And Pat.
So Pat.
Whoa.
Whoa, what's going on?
I'm Phil. I'm here with Dom.
Sup?
Matt. And we are live from the Middle Urinal.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Oh man, not the Middle Urinal.
So, whoa. Let's step back a little bit. What are you guys doing here?
Didn't you invite us over for a crossover episode?
That's right. We did invite you over for a crossover episode.
I don't remember doing that.
I remember.
Pat, we all went over your head, Pat.
I guess so. I guess I'm not the leader of the podcast like I thought. Just because it's your basement, Connor, doesn't mean you're the leader.
Welcome to the club of not thinking you're the leader of the podcast.
So it's not my basement, Pat. It's my studio. Okay?
Oh, yeah. It looks like a studio.
This is the freshest studio I've ever been in. It's better than Hoffman's bedroom.
We have a studio, too.
Yeah, the studio is your couch in your basement.
With my TV with Batman paused. So wait, Dom, can you explain the studio for the audience?
Okay, so I see, let's see. I see a nice mermaid. I see baseball mitts, baseball bats, baseball cards. I see fucking Waylon Jennings on the wall. I see Phil's ugly fucking face.
I also see Friendly's Fribble on the wall over there. $2.99 for back to school special.
I stole those from Friendly's.
This is knick-knack heaven. Right
Okay,
now.
so wait, I have a question for you guys. Okay, so we've told our story before. What's your story? Like, how do you guys even know each other? Like, tell me everything. I want to know front to back.
So do you want to know how we met or how the podcast started?
I want to know when you lost your virginity. I'm just kidding. I want to know everything.
That hasn't happened yet.
I want to know how you met, how you guys are friends, why you started, like the works. Just give it to me.
All right, so hopefully one of you guys will take my virginity tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's going to be Ramsey tomorrow.
Oh, no way.
Damn, busting him out.
No, it,
Was that a pun?
You gotta commit. That was perfect.
I had to get that one in there.
all right. So, I guess it'll be funny. It'll be a funny story. Let's talk about how we met, Pat.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell my first half about the lunch table with Dentino, and then you can tell the second half, and then we'll get into the podcast how it started.
That sounds fine.
So, all right. So Dentino, I'm sorry. Anthony Dentino is the nicest person in the world. Don't think ill of him. But all right. So I was not exactly the coolest dude on the planet. I was a little.
Things sure haven't changed.
Yeah.
Wasn't?
That afro looked pretty
I
hype.
think you're cool, man. I think you're pretty cool.
Thanks, Tom.
He sucks.
That totally explains a lot.
I may have been Mr. Awkward. Like I may have been the most awkward kid. I had a giant afro. I used to wear like big aviator sunglasses, and I was super into punk music. I had always less than Jake shirts and stuff like that, and like. I did have a Jimi Hendrix shirt, so shut up. But I did listen to him back then.
Connor was a dork.
I was a big dork.
If you want to
I was a giant Godzilla fan.
Just think of Connor.
Still.
Still is. He loves Matthew Broderick's
No, I
version
don't.
of
I hate that
Godzilla.
movie.
Thank you, Phil.
I hate that movie.
He does.
On
He
record,
just is afraid to admit it.
On record, I hate that movie. That might be the number one movie I hate the most. I'm not sure yet, but that's something I'll have to think about.
Your haircut look like this or no? You said you had an afro. Was there anything remotely like this?
No, I did not look like Alfalfa from the Little Rascals.
Well, we do have a picture of Connor's afro, and we're going to have it
definitely gonna
posted.
have to
You can
post
follow me
that.
on Instagram and see it. So anyway, going back to the story. So I was not exactly Mr. Smooth. So freshman year, I sat at a random lunch table because I only had like three like close friends. It was Paul, Chris, like Dan, Cassidy, and like some of my buddy John, and Mike. But half those kids didn't even go to Brick Memorial.
Dude, this kid's a name dropper and a half. You love it.
I love dropping my friends' names.
No, dude, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Who said they were friends?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
I'm like a schizophrenic. I just think they're my friends.
We're not really here.
Yeah. So I sit at a lunch table, a random one, and it's kids I kind of knew. It was Anthony Dentino, Mike Sansevier, like all these kids, and Anthony Dentino, Mike Sansevier, have both been on the podcast numerous times, and so I sit down at the lunch table, and I'm there for a little while, and Dentino is like, "Hey, so who let this kid sit here?" And I was just like, "Nobody. I just need a lunch table to sit at." And he goes, "Okay, so we're gonna have a vote, and if everyone votes, raises their hands, like votes yes, you have to leave the lunch table." And I was like, "But I don't have anywhere really to go." And he goes, "Yeah, all right, so we're gonna take it down to a vote." So he goes, "Who wants Connor away from the lunch table?" And everybody rose their hands except one kid, and that kid, one kid his name's Joe Griggs, and he lives in Japan. He's home today though, and he was the only kid that didn't raise his hand. Everybody rose their hand, and I had to leave the lunch table. So I had like nowhere to sit. Cue to Pat's side of the story.
So then Connor sits at my lunch table, and we gave him about a week before I kicked him out.
Yeah.
Jesus, this sounds like a TGC origin story.
Yeah. And it was because, I was so cool freshman year, like you have no idea, which is not true. But
Nobody was cool freshman year. There was no cool freshman ever.
Nope.
It's
but
never happened.
I kicked him out because he was weird, annoying, and he told terrible jokes. He still tells terrible jokes, but now I find them funny.
I tell good jokes too.
Tell me a joke right now.
Well, the one that comes to mind, I really shouldn't say.
No black jokes. Or Jew jokes.
So nothing offensive.
Man, I want to hear one. You're funny. I want to hear it.
God, all right, fine. Fine, I have a joke. What's strong enough for a man, but meant for a woman?
I don't know.
My fist.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Hello to Connor's relatives. I hope you enjoy that joke.
That one was for you, Mom.
Yeah, it's a joke. I do not feel that way any whatsoever, but that's why it's funny. Comedy's always at the expense of somebody.
You're a terrible person.
That's the idea of comedy.
Exactly.
You are a terrible
I've always been the
person.
expense of people's jokes, so fuck off anybody who's getting offended to that. All right. But so yeah, that's how me and Pat met. That's actually how I met most of my friends.
I think it's Pat and I. Just saying. Pat and I.
Pat and I.
Okay.
So
I'm glad we're
I hate you so much, Tom.
Dude, fuck off, Phil. Everything about you sucks.
You bowl, you son of a bitch.
I've never bowled a day in my life. Pick cert didn't happen. Long snapper, pussy.
Look at your thumb. Look at your thumb.
I'm just kidding, Phil. I love you a lot.
I still hate you.
So that's how I met most of my friends. Actually, is them kicking me out of lunch tables and hating me. So, but it's fine. They're
The only thing that's changed is the lunch tables part.
Yo,
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's like basically how I met Phil, but like we threw him out of a moving car. So like same thing.
Is that true, Phil?
No.
It must be a repressed memory.
Well, you must have hit your head and forgotten it.
Oh,
But anyway, like a year later, like we all became friends. It's like it's a funny story. I bring it up just to like Pat doesn't feel bad, but I bring it up to bother
I
Dentino.
don't really feel bad. Because we're friends now. So
Yeah,
it's
no, it
fine.
doesn't matter. Yeah, it's fine.
It's not
Like I don't
I
give a
bullied
shit.
you. I just kicked you out of my lunch table.
At the time, I was deeply hurt, but it's okay.
You were just like, oh.
How deep?
Okay.
I don't know how deep is deep.
How deep is your love?
Do you believe in life after love?
Anyway, the way the podcast started was last year. Well, within the last 2 years, I started really mostly like the last year and a half, I started listening to podcasts a lot because I was commuting to TCNJ. It's about an hour drive. And in that whole hour, every day, twice a day, every day, I was just getting sick of all the music I was listening to. And then I started following Nerdist, Chris Hardwick's, media empire. Started listening to a lot of their podcasts and Mark Maron, Joe Rogan's, and a whole bunch. I was like, fuck, this is easy. I really want to do this.
Now.
Yeah,
I'm name dropping.
You're name dropping harder than fucking.
Yeah,
Connor.
but I'm name dropping people I don't know
But
that I wish I knew.
But everything that you're saying about podcasts, I sincerely agree with.
Yo, Mike
That-
Wilbon golfed with Obama once. No big deal.
That's probably true.
I can relate though. I started with the Nerdist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of my first ones I ever listened to. Chris
Yeah,
Hardwick's
it's
a good
good.
guy, dude.
Everyone guess
He's
what,
a good host.
Guess what podcast I started with,
Joe Rogan.
Dude. Phil, guess what podcast I started with?
Colin Coward.
Bill
Heard.
Simmons.
The BS Report.
Damn it.
ESPN, shout out.
Dude, that was close.
The real answer should have been Awesome Sunday Show, but
Oh, that's fair.
True.
It should have been the Awesome Sunday Show.
So then one day I tweeted, I'm like, shit, I want to start a podcast, like, really bad. And then Connor tweeted me back. He's like, yo, let's do it. And I'm like, dude, I was literally about to text you as you said that to me. And then
yeah, exactly. That's verbatim, like literally how it happened.
So then we came up with, we're like, all right, let's do it. We'll do it once a week. Let's talk about, the stuff we love, comics, movies, TV, games, all that crap. And then...
Guess who thought of the name? Just guess.
You did, Connor.
Yes, I thought of the name.
You're incredible.
Your
Everything
face-
about you is incredible.
Your face lit up. You were like, guys, guess who came up with the name?
He's so proud he came up with this name. And the only reason it's named that is because he wanted the acronym of the name to be ass.
I thought it was funny.
You want to know what's great is the two lamest people on both podcasts came up with the names for the podcast. Like, Phil is clearly our lamest member.
You'd be
and
nothing
he
without
came up
us.
with the name for our podcast.
You'd be absolutely nothing without the name.
That's half true.
That's it.
Okay, so when I tell people, it's like, okay, nothing against people in bands. I think, go for what you love and all that bullshit jazz. But like, whenever somebody's like, oh, like, listen to my boy, like, he's in a band, or like, he's like a new aspiring rapper, like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, because you're just not anybody important.
We care though because we have a few friends that are in bands.
No,
like
okay.
just
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, chill.
Dude,
shout out to Poeta.
please help me out here.
He means when other people are coming up, not like
Thank you.
Oh,
Not
okay.
like your friend is like, yo, check out.
Well,
my
why
band.
didn't you
Thank
say that,
thank
Dom?
Thank you.
It would
I just
be
mean
like-
like
it would
if
be
you're in a
like-
room full of people.
Yeah, it'd be like a dude being
It's
like,
like-
yo, peep my mixtape.
Oh, like exactly. Like oh, like think how cheesy that sounds. Like oh, yo, check this out. It's my new mixtape.
Yo,
Like,
my
nah.
mixtape's fire, dog.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like this. I've kind of felt the same way when I tell people, hey, like check out my podcast, and they're all like, I don't fucking care about it because like you're not famous, you're not anybody important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the kicker. But when I tell people,
you just preached like Dom's motto. I'm not famous.
it's true, it's true. But like when I tell people, they're like, "Oh, like what's it called?" And I have a catchy name and a catchy logo. Thank you, Derek Koch. It's fucking like it's an attention grabber. So I guess Phil was useless. I mean, useful. Excuse me. I'm so used to calling him useless. He was useful one time in his life.
For the first time ever, I have been useful.
And thank you.
And yet my parents still aren't proud because I created a name for a podcast that I make no money for. I actually spent money on.
That's all right. We've only
Yeah.
made about 20 cents from
Yeah.
the podcast.
Hey, it's something.
Yet
Yeah. Yeah, we spent.
we're ready.
But, you got to spend money to make money.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Hey,
I agree
sponsors at live from Middle Urinal at gmail.com. Thank you.
You got to commit.
You gotta commit.
I like that catchphrase. You got to commit.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, it's amazing. It's actually amazing. That's
Shout out.
Hoffman usually sucks also, but hey, good job.
The one time in my life. The one time.
You committed.
I committed. And look what happened. Look what happened.
I am still afraid of commitment. Not going to lie.
That's why,
how
you
do you-
use those certain apps, right?
Single life.
How do you guys feel about commitment, Pat and Connor?
What kind of commitment are you talking about?
In general, because Phil is terrified of all things commitment, so...
I think it depends on what it is. Like, I have to know it first before I, like, it's like someone asked, like, podcasting. I listen to podcasts. I love podcasts, depending on what it is. I love all my friends. So, like, when Pat asked me about the podcast, I was ready to commit 100% right away. I think a year or so later, it shows. Like, like, our Facebook.
Yeah.
Literally.
You guys blew up on Facebook. Like, blew up. That amazed me. Like 3 days, 1,000+ likes.
Jesus.
Yeah, they
We're
blew up.
over 1,700 right
Yeah,
now.
dude, we're
Wow.
rocking like 50.
That's really amazing.
We're
Speaking-
babies of the game,
Oh, yeah,
though. We're babies of the game.
Yeah, that's
We
what I'm
linked their Facebook page on ours. Go like that. Share that. Invite your friends to like that, too.
and listen to their
Also,
podcast.
And keep liking Awesome Sunday Show because these guys rule.
Yeah, truth be
Middle
told-
Urinal's pretty
Truth
solid.
be told, I actually had never met these guys until like right now, and they're pretty dope. I gotta say, they're pretty fresh.
Well, we did meet at Shore House one time.
We did.
Yeah, you guys hugged it out when Muhammad Ali died.
I mean, maybe.
You hugged it out.
Guy,
We did?
So, like,
I turned around to the bar and said, "Hey, everybody, Muhammad Ali just passed away." You two were so drunk you didn't notice what I said. 5 minutes later, Dom goes, "Guys, Muhammad Ali passed away." You turn around and go, "Oh my God, really?" And you guys hugged it out.
well, we're friends.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
I don't remember it, but I'm so glad I know that story.
You guys were both very under the influence of things.
Of
Lots of alcohol.
Yeah.
You drank a lot of fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing
really
illegal.
I've never
Nothing
seen
illegal.
Connor do
Just
that
strictly
before.
alcohol.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think I'm quitting alcohol though.
Until like 2 hours from now, maybe.
How does one quit alcohol?
think
I don't know.
Alcohol.
It's a 12 step
cracked a
process.
beer.
Yeah. I don't know. The last time I drank was just an awful experience.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Oh my God. Sorry. Speaking of.
That's what 3 episodes in a row you've dropped something.
So, okay. I want to kind of dig deep into this episode now that we're all here and, there's 5 of us here. It's kind of a crowded couch, if you will. No casting couch here, but.
That's for the couch in the
Can you
room.
tell us a little about yourself, though?
Yeah.
Dude, I got nothing to say. I think we should, Phil, I think you should lead this conversation as to what you wanted to bring up in this episode.
Yeah, I really liked your idea, Phil.
Bring it on.
About what the feeling like positive vibes and everything like that.
What's the acronym?
Positive mental. What was it?
PMA.
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 Positive mental attitude. Actually, Cass, who's been on Awesome Sunday Show, has a PMA tattoo
I commented on that the other day.
Yeah.
It was a nice tattoo.
It's cool, and good example of someone who keeps an attitude of PMA. Positive mental attitude. I liked your idea. I think you should lead off as far as like how you want to talk about this topic and everything.
All right, yeah. So people go through little ruts in their life and everything, and you get down on yourself. It happens all the time. You get anxiety about random things in life.
Yeah.
But then there's those moments where you come to find that true pure happiness, and I started realizing this in the past month or so, and I really, really, truly experienced it last Sunday at your house, Connor, when we had the barbecue. The one you told I think you told everybody in the episode this week about the barbecue, and on the Sunday show. I think you mentioned it.
I might have.
Yeah, because you apologized for technical difficulty. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone should
apologize for?
Oh, technical difficulties. We tried doing. All right. So before you go on, we tried the Sunday that we missed. We tried recording for the party. We were gonna just do like a huge thing, like all our friends come on, but we just had really bad technical difficulties. Pat, we were doing? Well, Pat really was the one that was trying
It was
the
at
hardest.
least 2 hours.
Yeah, like kudos to you, like
And
trying
then again
for so
tonight,
long.
same difficulties, but we found a workaround. So hopefully this works decent enough that it's you're able to listen to it without being annoyed. But
It's gonna come out fine.
I mean, not annoyed at the sound. The hosts are a different thing. That you may be annoyed at any point in time.
That is very
Yeah.
true.
But yeah, that like thank you. Like I'm glad the party I had was good. Like
Yeah, but the one part that got to me was later on. We were playing Cheers Governor.
great game.
We were, and then
Wait. What's Cheers, Governor?
Cheers to the governor.
Cheers to the Governor. Excuse me.
You get in a group. You get in a group. For anyone who's not familiar with this game, you get in a group like a circle. It can be any number of people. It's better to do 10 or less. And basically, you have to go around in a circle and count up to 21.
Okay.
When you get to 21, the person who is 21, instead of saying 21, says cheers to the governor. Everyone cheers and drinks. The object of the game is to get to that point. You work as a team. But every person who gets to say every person who says cheers to the governor makes a new rule. So they replace a number with either a phrase or you have to say a different number. So like if I cheers to the governor, I would say, all right, instead of 4, you have to say 7, or you have to scratch your armpit, or you have to whip your dick out.
It's kind of like Kings.
It's kind of
a
like
King's idea.
Yeah, but instead of working against other people, you're working as a team.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
the goal is to drink at 21.
The goal is to get to 21 so everyone can drink. Yes.
Very cool.
And if
Just
someone
want to
messes
add
up,
that
they have to
nobody
drink.
whipped their dick out during when we were playing Cheers to the Governor. Just got to add that in.
Yeah.
Work, guys.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Yeah, it was good.
Connor tried, but we told him to put it
Oh,
away.
I just tried to
Couldn't
do that
see it
anytime.
anyway, They have my
I'm like not allowed near
Magnifying
schools.
glass.
Please put your dick away right now. Thanks.
Oh, sorry. All right, hold on.
Appreciate that.
So let me get off the floor.
Oh, yeah. All right. Listen.
Nice.
See, that's an example of a bad joke. That's why you weren't allowed at my lunch table.
But no, during the game, one of the rules was you had to insult Hoffman. and it was actually really funny.
Hashtag hate Hoffman.
Great rule. No. We're gonna do mock Matt Mondays. That's gonna be a thing that's coming out. So I hope everyone.
And then there's just daily Dom depreciation.
Yeah,
and then fuck Phil Fridays.
Those are good.
I actually
those.
like those a lot. That's pretty funny.
There will be a picture posted of me every Friday of Matt's choice, and I have to give approval first, but I'm probably never gonna say no.
You have way too many Snapchats, like screenshots of me, for me to be comfortable.
You
right
are
now.
so fucked.
Yeah, you have way too many. Every single Snapchat I send to Phil, I get a notification to let me know it was screenshotted, which is really fucked up of you. I just want you to know that.
Well,
I send you them out of confidence.
At least you know they're being screenshot, and he's not using some app that just saves them without letting you know.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It is. I think they quickly get taken down from the App Store, but it is a thing.
That's pretty fucked up.
We all know one person who used to use them. EB.
Yeah.
What's an EB?
Oh my God, you don't know who EB is?
It's an ancient creature.
No, he does know who EB is. He just doesn't know him by EB.
Well, he doesn't know him by EB.
Okay. We're gonna leave this blank. Next.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I
It's
don't
not.
want to know. I don't care to know. The people shouldn't know. Next.
Wait, so
Move on.
so Phil, wait, where so you're saying you're bringing up this idea of like having a positive mental attitude or like having like good vibes. Where were you headed with that?
Yeah, let's let him talk. We've totally like hard. Yeah.
Before we're like, yo, Phil, we're just gonna pony up into this conversation and take over.
Yeah. Honestly, the way it worked was we started insulting Hoffman. Actually, the first insult I was the first one to go. Luckily, I turned to him.
You were so excited.
He was sitting right next to me, and I go, "Your dick is sad."
Oh, speaking of that,
yeah, dude, that's fucked up.
Speaking of this, we ran a Twitter poll this week. Phil put it up saying which host said this, and the quote was "LMAO, my dick is so sad though." And Dom won by like a fairly overwhelming amount. Like
My penis has never been sad a day in its
Yeah,
life.
I was the one who said that. I'm just throwing that out there because my dick is real sad.
Did you have the least amount of votes?
I did.
Of
I had
course
to
you did. Nobody
because-
thinks you say shit because you're
Actually,
kind of quiet, but you're
I have
dickhead.
the-
Don't get that
Oh,
shit twisted.
100%.
Wait,
100%.
Matt's quiet?
Not at all.
No
man.
way.
Not at all.
No way.
It's not that I'm quiet. It's just that I'm not.
I've known you for a little more than a year, probably.
He's not as blatant as Phil and I. That's what it is. He's not as blunt.
I'm a sneaky dick.
Yeah, you're a sneaky. That's
I'm like
why your
sneaky
dick
nuts,
is
but
sad.
like sneaky dick.
Right there.
That's why my dick is sad. Yeah.
Actually,
It's so sneaky, it forgets it exists.
I have the text message where you sent that. I'm gonna put it on Twitter later.
Go ahead.
I'm just letting you know.
100%.
No, just to prove everybody you
100%.
did say it.
Hundreds.
So after I said your dick is sad, there were a bunch of other insults thrown at him. Really, really good ones. Something about blogging, I think, was in there too. Dom, what are you doing?
Dude, I'm playing with my hair.
All right, good. So, but after that, Cheers Governor kind of died down, and Dantino came up with the idea. He's like, let's just have a positivity circle. Instead of throwing insults, let's just have throw like compliments at each other. And
Shout out to Dentino, but that was like the most stoner hippie bullshit I ever heard. Even though I loved every second of it, he was like, "Yo, man, let's all be fucking positive." And I was
Yeah,
like, "Yes."
It was a
but also,
great
fuck.
idea.
it was really
It was
nice.
awesome.
Every
It was awesome.
single
It was awesome.
time I've excuse me, I've had a like face-to-face confrontation with Anthony Dentino, it's been pleasant, but like in a very interesting way.
He's an interesting dude.
It's never been like, oh, like, dude, like, how's your day? It's been like, go ahead, what?
Speaking of Anthony Dentino, you guys may have noticed that you heard some different music other than the Awesome Sunday Show's intro.
Boom!
Shout out to Anthony Dentino. We've been promising this shit for like 8 episodes. We finally have music. We're
Have at it,
right.
motherfuckers! Sorry.
Yeah, it was really good. Thank you, Dantino. I really appreciate you. And shout out to his band Poeta. They're doing really great things. They
Yeah.
really are.
Poeta?
Poeta.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So as I was
All right.
saying, as
So
I was interrupted again.
All right. No. Well, okay. We have to let him get to the point. We keep interrupting him.
All right. So, but after that, we're throwing like nice compliments at each other. Dentino leads it all. He's just giving everybody compliments. This is how he is, and it just got me on a roll like that week, and to keep being positive. Find things in myself that are positive. Find things in all my friends that are positive, and let them know about it. And life can get hard. When the monotony of the 9 to 5 can really kill you. And then I went away this weekend, and I was so excited because I coach football on the side as a little I go around the country and coach kids camps for like a 3-day weekend. I stay at college campuses and everything. So long story short, I got invited to go down to Maryland for the weekend, and I was just so excited to go down, and that just got me out of the monotony of the 9 to 5 again. and just being around good people and, you know, something I love, the idea of all the positivity just really sticks with me. So then on the way home today, on the way here, I was driving straight from Maryland. I turned on Joe Rogan's podcast, and it was the one from a few weeks ago featuring Russell Brand. And Russell Brand went on this huge rant. Well, I wouldn't say rant, just this spiel about how positivity can change your life. And he really went into the idea of how little things can get you down, but if you start focusing on the big positive things, you feel invincible. And unfortunately, sometimes you'll feel invincible to a point where that one person eventually will get you back down to where you were. But then you just have to keep building yourself back up and rely on the people in your life that will keep you feeling positive.
There's nothing wrong with being grounded, though, here and there. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, no, not at all.
Knock down a few fucking pegs or two, like, Phil, you suck.
I get that every day from you.
That's what I'm saying.
Phil, you don't suck.
Thank you, Pat.
Exactly.
I love you, Phil.
That's why we're friends. I love you too.
Good work.
But no, so like I want to dive into that, like the whole idea of the whole grounded thing, the idea of positivity. Is it bad to be almost too overzealous sometimes with the positivity to a point where you kind of live in a fantasy land? Or
I think that you shouldn't be overzealous, because I think moderation, I fucking hate the saying, like, nothing in everything in moderation, because everything can be bad for you if you do it too much. But I do think you should be optimistic. It's better to hope for the best and prepare for the worst than the other way around, in my opinion. Like, I like to look at things positively, because things in life, I mean, like, I don't believe in a whole lot of things, but, like, the one thing I do believe in is that, like, nature, and by nature I mean, like, the universe is constantly working towards, like, creating harmony, not chaos. And I like to think that, like, everything ends up fucking working out, because 9 times out of 10 it does.
yeah.
So, like, why would you be negative for a 10% chance that things are going to go wrong?
No, absolutely. I agree with that, and I also want to look into the idea of, like, you can't avoid negative people. Like, they may have everything going positive for them, but something like some people just like to bring others down. I don't know if it's on purpose, if it's a jealousy thing, if it's a why can't I be doing what they're doing?
Yeah, if I can't be happy, you can't be happy.
Exactly.
Type of thing.
I think that's I give people the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that aspect. I don't think they do it consciously, like, as far as like, well, you know what, they look like they're having a good time. Like, I hate that. I think they just naturally, their mood is always negative. They have a negative aspect on their lives. They may feel negatively about themselves. So they naturally want, like, and misery loves company. So I think they just naturally do it, and I think that's why I try to have an attitude to people who are kind of dickheads to other people. I feel like they might have, like, an insecurity. So I try to be nice to them, even if they're being dick to me. And, like, some people might come across as, like, you know, being, like, kind of like a pussy bitch to some other people. But, like, it's like, dude, like, that guy might be going through some shit where he's bringing someone else down because he's
You are a
negative
pussy
about
bitch,
himself.
though.
What's up?
You are a pussy bitch, though.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, like,
Beat me to that so
You, the
swiftly.
two of you were both like, fucking come on,
I
man.
was
I gotta
dying,
fucking say it,
dude.
man.
I wanted to have at that one so bad.
I agree with you. I think most people have, like, everyone. I mean, if you say you have no insecurities, I think you're lying. I think everyone's insecure about something.
Everybody has insecurities.
Yeah, it's a sign of maturity to be able to get over your insecurities and just, like, be okay with them. Like, that's just, it's like that thing. It's like, what's that saying? It's another, like, religion, like, God grant me the serenity to, like, accept the things that I can't
cannot
control.
change.
Yeah, like, that's
Yeah.
like my favorite saying, and I say it all the time. Maybe not to you guys, but I know I say it a lot, is there's no sense crying over spilled milk. And, like, the way I look at that is not like you can't change things that have already happened. I look at that as, like, once the milk is spilled, it's out of your control.
Time to clean that shit up.
Yeah, like, you can't, you know what I mean? And so many things in your life are just not, like, you have no control over how they're going to go, or, like, what's going to go down. So, like, why the hell would I get worried about shit I have no fucking control over?
That's valid.
It's
Like,
also
I can't control how other people act, so why would I care if someone's happy or sad? Like, I mean, if it's my friend, I'm going to try to pick them up or keep them there or whatever. But, like, if I'm out and people are having a good time and I'm in a shitty mood, I'm not going to bring them down, like, because it's like, whatever. I can't control the fact that they're happy and I'm not. Whatever. Like, I'll move on.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa.
You don't have to put yourself down like that, Hoffman.
sure, bro, for sure.
I mean, you're a dickhead, don't get me wrong, but you're a nice guy.
You gotta commit.
Jeez. But it also like with the whole, the cliche of no crying over spilled milk. It's also the idea of like you can't control it, but it's also how are you gonna clean that up? How are you gonna pick yourself back up from that? Even though it might be maybe minor incident, but you may have so much more on top of everything else. That minor incident may trigger you to become more upset about something, and you just creep away from the positivity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So like, from my understanding, for what we're really talking about is, are we trying to like find a way? Not trying to find a way. You can't always find the right answer, but like are we talking about things like keep us positive, or like what we try to do to keep us positive?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right.
I think a nice mixture of both is at hand.
Yeah, you gotta have balance. That's
because
what harmony is. It's balance.
Yeah.
So.
Because to be honest, bringing me down is like very easy, like, and like not obviously like making fun of me or anything like that.
You
Like
pussy bitch.
I
actually, dude, I'm just trying to keep you grounded.
Yeah, exactly.
I love how we're
but see, that shit makes me laugh though.
I love how we're having this like intense like philosophical conversation, and Pat's like two inputs have just been like, Connor's a pussy bitch.
Because like it's easy to like to bring me down. Like I can get very insecure about certain things. But like that's where I
kind of like your small dick.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not your fault.
That's putting it nicely.
No sense crying over spilled milk, man.
Yeah.
But you can't clean that one up. You're kind of just fucked.
Damn. Oh, that one hurt.
No, but it's an average size dom.
Just imagine a never-ending gallon of milk just keep continuously pouring off the counter.
We're gonna call it a strong medium, right?
Low key,
right.
Dom just wants to see you whip out your hog, man.
All right. I mean, like it's not small, it's not big, it's average, whatever. I'm not whipping it out, but I do feel bad. I do feel sorry for people who have micropenis, which is a real disease.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah, micropenis is a real thing.
Okay, you can Google literally anything. I could be like human hyena and something would fucking come up. Like, come on.
All right, but this is legit.
It has a Wikipedia page. Wikipedia page.
Can we just be blatant for the listeners right now? Anybody who's ever in college or in high school or anything for pure education
We covered
purposes,
this.
Please use Wikipedia.
I used it all the time.
Everything that I've ever used came off Wikipedia.
And then you cite the sources included in the Wikipedia page.
And boom goes the fucking dynamite.
Yeah, I do. My freshman year of college, I thought I was a genius when I did that, and meanwhile, like everyone did that. But no, yeah.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to OCC in Keene University.
Word up. Okay, that's cool.
Sarate,
dude.
What?
Okay, wait. Speaking about this positive thing, I have a question, and you might not be able to answer it. I brought it up when we were all talking earlier. But speaking of this, what's the happiest moment of your life? At least that you can think of.
Like, happiest moment of my life? That's honestly a really hard question.
Yeah.
Like I guess the most recent happy moment I can think of that like always brings a smile on my face is like I'm technically an ordained minister, and I actually married my brother and his wife.
That's fucking awesome.
So
That is amazing.
yeah, so I I married my brother and his wife. They asked me to do it. Like I am a Christian, I believe in God, like I believe in Christ. So like they asked me they're like, hey, listen, like we know what you believe. Do you want to marry us? And I was just like, hell yeah. And so, and I was hell yeah after about a week. It took me about a week to kind of like be like, but then like once I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Like why am I holding myself back? It was more of my insecurities holding me back. Then I was more like gung ho, like hell yeah. And it was a great experience. Like it was probably one of the it was my most proud moment. Like I'm more proud than walking for college. More proud
dabbing at it.
Yeah, more proud than I can think of anything. And yeah, I did dab too. And Sean Salsano was there, and he was like, "Dude, did you just dab?" He texted me while I was walking, and I was like, "Yeah."
That's awesome.
Dabs like at graduation.
Yeah.
Okay, word.
A kid.
I didn't know if you dabbed at graduation or ordaining your fucking brother and his wife.
Oh my god.
I was like, holy shit, that's selfish.
A kid at my graduation did the worm across the stage.
That's fucking awesome.
It was
That's
wild.
way cooler than dabbing, and I wish I saw that kid.
Wild.
But yeah, so I guess I could say my happiest moment as of right now, like just looking back, is marrying my brother and his wife. So So I can think of.
That's an awesome, proud moment. Actually, when I finally decide to commit, now that I know this, I'm going to have you do my wedding.
That's fine. I'll do
Cool,
it. I'll do my
awesome.
friends' weddings.
Awesome.
I reserved him, so
That's pretty fucking awesome.
You
I
have to
gotta
wait till
say.
I'm done.
You
Like,
reserved
the
him?
I reserved him.
The fact that you could say that is pretty sick.
Yeah, like the videos on like Facebook too. It's not just me though doing it. It's a video of the entire wedding. My cousin actually I spliced it all together. He's a video editor. He does it for job for his weddings. His name's Joe Guagliardo. Look him up on Facebook or Instagram. Really good dude. He does a fantastic job. You can look at my brother's wedding video on Facebook if you want to check it out. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I have. If you guys have any other moments that you want to talk about?
Well, I can't back that shit up.
Yeah, dude, that's like
Why did you let him go first?
that's like following like Richard Pryor in stand up.
Stop comparing his highlight reel to your behind the scenes, dude.
Hey, nice Mark Hoppus hair.
Hey,
Yo, that's
Jimmy
exactly what I
Fallon
was thinking.
once went right after Jerry Seinfeld, so it's okay.
That's pretty tough to do, I feel like.
He did it.
I don't know. Oh my god, happiest moment. And like how long? Like my life for like the when did you marry your brother and now your
Last summer.
Now your sister-in-law. Okay, wow. So like the last year. That's pretty tough. Jesus. Can somebody else go? Please.
I'll go.
All right, cool.
As you guys know, I played football in college.
Wait, for where?
I played for Wagner
Oh,
College.
okay, cool. Thanks.
There two moments really stand out because I cried tears of joy on both of them. My junior year, I had just come home for winter break, and I got a phone call from the guy that runs the media for the Northeast Conference, and he goes, "Hey man, I just wanted to let you know." I was like, "Real quick, Ralph, how'd you get my number?" He goes, "I had to call your head coach. You were just named All-American." And
Damn.
when I got
is
that
right.
when I got that phone call, my dad was home from work that day. I had just like repacked my room for like winter break, all this stuff I brought home, and I literally like I no joke, I dropped to my knees like crying like tears of joy, and I just gave my dad like the biggest hug. And that also happened at the end of my senior year. We won the conference championship after starting horribly that season. We beat the number 16 ranked team in the nation, who was also number 1 in the conference. We beat them and won the conference championship. And it wasn't my first conference championship, but since being a senior, it meant so much. And my dad was, my parents were at the game, and my dad just came over and he just gave me a hug, and I again just cried tears of joy. So one was a personal one, and the other one is more of a team one. It just both felt really good, but those are the two times I've legitimately just felt so much happiness and just pure I don't know, just I felt awesome.
Joy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pure
you
joy.
should,
Joy
man.
is the word we're
Pure
looking for.
joy and bliss.
I love it.
Yeah, man. That's
Definitely
something
should.
That's something to always
Those are both
hold on to.
awesome.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I miss football, man.
Pat, what about you? Isn't it a hard fucking question?
It is.
It's a really hard question.
You gotta ask the hard questions, man.
No, it's true.
You gotta
I guess
ask
that's
them. You gotta
what
ask
brings
them.
out
It
the
makes
man in
think.
you.
No, and honestly, that's something I think that you should think about. What's the happiest I've ever been?
It's crazy
You know
because
what
I guess I really haven't thought about that. You know what I mean? Until I was put on the spot right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think it's the same thing too. We were talking about how it's good to be positive most of the time.
Yes.
I also think as much as I think you should remember your happiest moments, I think you should totally remember your lowest moments because one of the things I've learned growing up is when you're going, especially if you're going through some sort of anxiety or something like that where you either need help or whatever, when you're at your rock bottom, if you can get that low, that means you can go the same thing in the total opposite end of the spectrum. And to me, that's a positive thing. It's all right, if I am this low now, I had to be really high at some point.
It's crazy because I think the complete opposite of you.
Really?
Not, I won't say complete opposite, but I hate thinking or talking about the down times. I'm all about the up and plus.
No, I'm with you. I just
know what
think
I'm saying?
I just think you can learn from them. That's the
Yeah, but I'd like to learn from them in the moment, not reflect on them.
thing. Okay, that's fair.
I guess that's
no, that's fair.
oh, to each his own, my brother.
Yeah.
Hey, power to the fucking people.
I agree with you not reflecting on it, but the difference, I just like had like a moment there when he asked the question of what was your happiest moment. When Connor was talking, it took me a while to think about my happiest moment or moments because I gave 2. But the moment he said, what was your lowest, I knew right off the bat what the hell my lowest moment was.
So did I.
It just
I don't wanna
sticks
talk
right
about
out.
it. I don't want to talk about
No,
it. Right
no, I don't know if I want to talk about it. I could if you guys want to.
If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to
I
talk
would.
about
I
it.
mean-
it doesn't bother me.
If you want, I can talk about my lowest moment.
If you want, you can absolutely feel
yeah,
free, man.
Yeah, you
We're
guys
all
aren't
friends here, man.
obligated to say that. I just want you to know, like,
Yeah.
Like we don't have to get this dark. Like we can like,
if you want to, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
but
man.
like, just because you mentioned it, I don't want you to feel like you
matter,
have
man.
to.
It's
say
up to
it.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with sharing it. It's not like I'm not ashamed of it. If anything, to be honest, I'm kind of like I'm in the mentality where it's like if you shouldn't be ashamed of your lowest moment. If you have to share it with people, share it with people because like. Especially when you're right around the right people that aren't negative, and like I know we make fun of each other all the time, and like we say shit that's not true just to bother the other people. But like I kind of like that aspect. I think it is funny.
Yeah, it's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun. Your friends are supposed to make fun of you, but like you should share your lowest moments, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it. And like that's I shouldn't say you should share. I shouldn't put that on people who don't want to share that. But you shouldn't be ashamed of it. There's a difference.
Share it if you want to.
Share it if you
and
want
if
to.
you're comfortable.
Exactly. I shouldn't put that pressure or that ideology on that. But like, it's nothing to be ashamed about. I don't think. Like as far as like if you want me to go first, like my lowest moment ever. I mean, like you know this already. Like
Pointing to me.
Yeah. I pointed to Pat. Pat knows this already. But like a year and a half ago, like I had awful anxiety attacks. I always dealt with depression. To like around like high school and like going on. A year and a half ago, I was like really bad. I was going to see a counselor. I was on Prozac. I was having anxiety attacks probably twice a week. I couldn't control myself at certain points. I had to go home from work a few times. I was not going into work a lot of times. I was just like a zombie. There was a point where I like pissed myself on the kitchen floor and I couldn't get up. And like I literally was just like a zombie, like walking around. I was really depressed. I thought about I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I had terrible thoughts about myself. I think it deteriorated my relationship with my ex-girlfriend. I think that's the reason why like we couldn't work together anymore. I'm way better now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, dude, you don't seem like this. Like I said earlier in this episode, I just met these guys tonight, and I was like, dude, that is not like you at all. I'm like, what are you talking about?
yeah, there was a lot of shit that I dealt with. It was way more personal, but like I feel good talking about it.
well,
You sound good. You sound good talking
yeah.
about
Well,
it.
dude, I'm about a year ago too. Literally, like before I met you guys, last June, so June of 2015, I finished counseling because I lost my mind like going into my final semester of senior year of college, because it was like, okay, now what? Like everything I've been doing up to that point in my life was to get through to graduate college. Like that was, I went to school, I did like all that was to get a job and all this stuff. But like I didn't have any like jobs lined up. I didn't have anything like that, and it was just like this moment like I don't know what's next. And that was the thing though that was most comforting for me is like I would like tell my friends like, oh yeah, like I'm just letting you guys know like I go to a counselor and shit. And I found out so many fucking people I'm friends with who have gone to like so many people have had these issues. And I honestly think even if you don't think you're fucked up, everyone should go talk to a fucking counselor once, because even if you don't need it, you learn so much about yourself in like how I did like 10 weeks or whatever it was. And like I learned so much shit about myself.
Yeah, I did a year, and it's like it's so like you almost have like an epiphany at some point about yourself. Like it's okay to share your feel. Like growing up, I was like I can never say how I really feel about certain things, and like I think that's like what really. Like, I was on Ritalin for like from 8th grade to senior year of high school.
What's Ritalin? I don't know. I'm asking.
It's like Adderall. It's to help you focus. It's prescribed to children with ADD or ADHD.
I was diagnosed with CAPD, which is central auditory processing delay, as a child. Like I could never pay attention as a kid, but I wasn't hyperactive. And like later on, I found out through my counselor. She was like psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever you want to call them. She was like, yeah, there's actually like a huge link between people who are dealing with like depression that later on, like in their mid-20s, from when they were taking concentration medication when they were kids. Yeah, and like I think it's a little more than that, probably like more myself, but like I don't think that helped at all. So like, but yeah, like I'm like, even if you're feeling a little depressed and like you can do it, like go see a counselor, like, and don't be ashamed about it at all. And like it took me actually like 3 weeks of going to finally like open up, because I was so like reserved, and like she could tell, you know.
Yeah, I think that was probably the one. See, I'm the opposite. I'm very much like I'm extroverted almost to a fault. Like I don't mean that like
I'm the total opposite. Yeah, I'm introverted.
Well,
almost
see,
to
that's
a fault.
my thing is I hate saying I'm extroverted because that's the word it is. But like when I say extroverted, people think like, oh, so you like don't like being by yourself. Like I like alone time and stuff. I just like I get all my energy from being around other people. Like when I'm by myself, I'm not like out of control, but like I'm way more mellow when I'm alone. Because when I'm like around people, especially like friends that I want to be around and stuff, I just get like I like absorb energy from people, and I get like excited and I get amped up and stuff. And like when I'm by myself, I get real bored easy because I'm like so mellowed out, and I'm like I just can't fucking entertain myself half the time. But I had no issue opening up immediately because of that. Because like fuck it, like what do I have to lose? But so I get that.
I have actually never openly really said this. A few people know it. I still see a counselor. I have for over a year.
What?
I do
Might
too.
as well say it on the internet.
You know what? Like,
No, that's
you know
fine.
what? No, yeah, I've never.
No, it's cool.
No, yeah.
It's just, you
I
know.
didn't mean that as a joke.
No, of course, no, absolutely, yeah. I've never really. A few people knew. You knew, Matt.
Yeah.
I never really opened up about it too much.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I
Phil
kept it
hates
quiet.
me. We knew that, though.
Well, I know you saw somebody because you told me at like last Sunday.
Yeah, we were
but I didn't know
chatting
you were
about it.
continually.
Yeah.
seeing.
Yeah, I actually when it first all started, this really sounds so stupid, but when I had like a minor tryout with like the Jets, and it didn't work out. You know, just too small, whatever. You know, no big deal. And I just thought football was gonna be a huge part of my life, and then I started to panic, like, okay, now I gotta find a job. Wait, what if I don't find a job? And then it all unraveled. It was all after graduation. It all just unraveled. And my ex-girlfriend, she was a huge help. She helped me out find somebody. You know, I've never taken any medication or anything. I always wanted to fight it myself, and I've been doing great with it. But like you said, it deteriorated your old relationship.
Yeah, I blame my anxiety and depression on that. And like that, I still kind of have like some insecurities about it. Like, but you know, it's whatever.
How old were you? And this was, you said like a year and a half ago,
This was
or 2 years ago or something.
it was like last March.
Okay.
That so like I'm over it.
No,
now.
I was just about to say, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh my God.
Well, no, because
I got over it actually pretty fast. Like,
He did. He's not wrong.
yeah.
Because I was gonna say like, especially if you're like going through shit like that, like this is like when you're in your early to mid 20s. That's like when you first start going into like for lack of better phrasing, like serious relationships. And like that's a big step in your life. Like that's like a big, you know, like when you go like there's like the go through puberty, like all these things. That's like starting to date seriously. Because once you're in your mid 20s, you know, like around the age we are, it's like, yo, the next person I'm with, like this could be like the fucking person I end up with. Like,
When am I getting married?
like that's
Oh my God.
And it's not even that like you're hoping for that or anything
Yeah, no.
necessarily. It might not be, but like at some point that shit's gonna pop up
Yeah.
in your head, and that's a lot of fucking pressure on somebody.
It's inevitable at our age.
Yeah, and it's
It's
scary.
it's
That's
the
why,
culture.
which is why I think more people should take things slow.
Right.
Like I don't mean you got to
Well,
drag your fucking feet
so
or anything, but like
I just want to hear the rest of Phil's stuff.
yeah, not to interrupt.
No, it's fine. But no, yeah, it's like she was a huge help with everything. Seriously, props to her. She was really great about it. It just with everything it just didn't work out, and it sucked. And but I've been seeing the counselor. I was seeing the counselor for once a week actually for like 5 months, but then I got so much better, dropped it to twice a month. Now I go like once every 6 weeks, and we just chat. It's not even like, it's just like an outlet to like, if I don't want to talk about things, I know I can talk about it in there. Random stuff, because you guys know I have some stuff going on in my family right now, and just just it's life, people. But I always look at it this way though. Someone else always has it worse than I do, so I really can't get too down about what's going on. And that's why I've been focusing on the positivity stuff. And last Sunday was a huge help. Going away this weekend to do something I love, coaching football, really helped. And this right here, this crossover, I have been so excited about this.
Yeah.
So have I.
So excited, and it just got me through to today.
You know what? You know what really get me through this? If we played the penis game.
Let's not.
No, we're not gonna play that game.
Jesus.
We're not playing the penis game.
I
Actually-
totally won the penis game last time we played.
Actually, I was really excited for some Ben and Jerry's ice cream on National Ice
Yeah,
Cream
you know
Day.
what? I was too. Somebody offered.
No, it's on me. It's on me. No, well, my plan was. No. I'm joking. It's not on you. Take it easy with your.
Matt just pointed at Dom like
just,
hardcore.
Dom just like audibly gasped. He was like, "Oh, no."
I'm
well,
offended.
I said I will go. After
Welcome to
we're done.
2016.
I may or may not have just spit all over Connor. Sorry.
Ew, dude.
It's fine.
He likes it.
I had to project.
Connor's like, look, like spit on me, baby.
He actually
Slap me around a little
that
bit.
to me right now.
Come on, a little slap and tick.
I'm usually women spitting on me, but it's okay.
Either way. So yeah.
This has been interesting talk.
Wait, quick question. What? How much time are we at?
50 something.
50 what?
51.
51.
Mm-hmm.
What else we have to talk about, Phil?
What's the matter with you?
Phil hates.
I mean, I was gonna go, but don't worry, Dom.
Yeah, dude,
No,
we have
Dom-
other people
no,
to
Dom
talk.
doesn't want me to go. It's fine.
No, I really, really want.
No, you don't want
You
me
know
to go.
what?
It's fine. It's over.
You have
It's over.
barely talked today, man.
Yeah, dude, what's up?
You know why? Because you're sharing a microphone with Hoffman.
Yeah, no, listen.
Fuck you! I was gonna say it's
Listen.
weird because you've been the one talking the most for once.
Listen, I will give Matt props. He has not taken over, which is good. He's behaved himself, which I'm proud of him. And he
I'm glad
should be
you bought
proud.
that leash.
And he just dabbed. Yeah, no, not a lot of people know this, but I've actually been seeing 2 doctors for 4 years. One of them prescribes me medication. I see him like once every few months, and then the other one I see now every 2 or 3 weeks, but for a while it was weekly. I actually had to I graduated OCC, transferred to TCNJ. My second semester, I left school because I just lost it and just had to leave school. Couldn't be there, couldn't be away from home, and then came home, just didn't leave my bed at all, and then started seeing these 2 doctors. And I've been going to them for 4 years, and overall it's helped tremendously. There were some down parts that I don't want to get into, but that happened recently, a few months ago. But now it's turned around completely. But I owe so much to them, to my family, my girlfriend, and her mom and grandma who have constantly been there. And I guess Connor, he's okay, but no, Connor.
No, I'm the cause of it all.
Yeah, pretty much. No, Connor's helped a lot, tremendously. So has Dentino and my buddy Dom Nicoretta. But yeah, and
I thought you were shouting me out really quick. I got
dude,
OD
you know
hyped.
what? Maybe
I was like, damn, son, I appreciate that.
maybe starting today, like into the future, maybe.
Here we are.
Although you have been a good time for the
If you
2.5 hours I've known you.
Look,
Welcome to the party.
If you want to cure any type of problems you're having, you just need to cut Dom out of your life 100%.
Your words are hurtful.
Yeah, well, so is your face.
Damn.
Damn, son.
Damn.
But yeah, I don't openly, say that to people. But if people mention something like when you mentioned Hugo, or like when Connor first was going through anything, and he came to me, like I'm not ashamed of it, and I don't think you should be ashamed of it. Yes, there's a stigma attached to it, but fuck that. If you need that help, you go get it.
Yeah.
And trust me, therapy might not be for everyone, but just give it a shot. And for me, it's been amazing. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of what I've overcome, like all the shit I've dealt with. And I owe everything to the people who've been there for me the last few years.
It's crazy because like without you opening up I don't know, I'm not gonna ask, but I don't know if like you opened your eyes to it, or if like your folks helped you open your eyes to it, or whoever. It's crazy that like just a small little snippet of of aid can help you gear out the rest of your time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. And you know what? It actually, my parents are, because my dad, we both suffer from depression, anxiety, and bipolar disorder. And he's been going to a psychologist and a psychiatrist since actually right after 9/11, because he was heavily involved in the cleanup. And then, like, I mean, he is, this is a genetic disorder, but that tragedy led to a whole mess of problems, and that is like what convinced him to go get help. And so he suggested that to me, and then I did it. And you'd be if you're like nervous about doing it because you think you should be ashamed of it, you'd be surprised just how many people go to therapy and how many people are open about it.
I was gonna say, it's crazy to me that the stigma, because it's like you said, there is a stigma attached to, like, if I go to therapy, that means I'm crazy, right? Like that's
true.
But it blows my mind that this is a theory, that this is like a stigma, because I mean, how many times do you go on Facebook, and for me it's like once every 2 weeks, and I see someone posting saying the same things we're saying right now, like, yo, if you need fucking help, don't be fucking afraid to call these phone numbers or go see these people or talk to your friends or talk to your family. And, like, granted, when you're in that mental state, I mean, like, that was what gave me problems, is like I felt like, you get to a point where you're like, well, I can't talk to someone because, like, it's not going to help. They're not going to understand, and they're not going to be able to help me, or, like, I'm a lost cause or whatever. But, like, it blows my mind that there's still that, like, social stigma that people out there think, like, if I go to therapy, like, I'm out of my mind. And it's like, no, like, go to therapy because that's what the fuck it's for. Like, it's there to help you. That's the purpose. If it exists, that means clearly, like, enough people need it.
I think you going to therapy, like, other people use other things as their therapy, like, quote unquote.
They have a vice to take care of it.
Like, there's a, like, I'm not saying you have to sit with somebody to, talk to or whatever,
you're
but,
totally
like,
right.
there's things like people play guitar, people, whatever.
It's
And-
funny you say that too, because, like, when I was not to interrupt, but
No, you're good.
I used to hate running. Like, I fucking hated it in high school, and
I still hate it.
Yeah.
I do it, but I hate it.
Going into college, a buddy of a few of ours, Rob, he used to be like, yo, dude, like, let's go running together. And him and I used to run at night, whatever, and, like, him and I, we would go run for, like, a fucking hour.
I remember
And
you
then-
guys used to go at, like, 2 a.m., like, fucking weirdos.
because it was in summertime, so it was way
No, I
cooler.
know, I know.
And we used to go, like,
I go to Anytime Fitness. I go to the gym at 2 a.m. sometimes.
shout out, yeah.
And you're a weirdo too, Connor.
We used to go.
I am a weirdo, dude.
We used to go run for like an hour, and then we go jump in his pool to, like, cool off and all that, and, like,
Naked?
Yeah, 100%. And that used to, like, dude, there's no other way to swim. I don't like.
Nice.
Nice, but that became, like, a therapeutic thing for me when I got into college. Like, when I had issues. I mean, obviously, like, the one I had to go to therapy for at the end of college was a little bit bigger, so it required more than that. But, like, little issues, like when I was upset or whatever, I just go for a run, and that's how I cleared my head.
Yeah, like, it's not like, I'm not saying everything is,
Like, oh, every little problem, go to therapy.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like,
No.
you could find your own little,
It's just that you shouldn't be ashamed to if you have to go. Like,
agreed.
yeah.
Thoroughly agreed.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I mean, everyone has their vessel.
Yes, that's such a good word for it.
Yeah, like as far as, like, for me, I don't know if I've always been trying to kind of find it. I think this is kind of it, almost. Like, I think I finally, I think we kind of found something, me and you, that we both love doing.
Other than you smoking crack out of a light bulb, yeah.
Yeah, or going to the strip club every night and blowing my money. Besides that's a great vessel.
Can I just say something? Does everybody here like strip clubs?
Of course.
I don't like strip clubs.
I don't. I think they're. I don't.
I
think
like
it's a
them.
waste of fucking money.
I don't.
I like them.
I'm just trying to.
For random celebrations that happen once every 5 years.
I don't know if you're trying to. I don't know if
Yeah,
we're,
you need to stop screaming. Is what he's
Sorry,
saying.
sorry.
No, I think it's one of those things. It's like fuck. It's like smelling a fart. It's just something everyone's got to do once. Like, you shouldn't. It's a shitty thing.
I've been a few times.
No, yeah. Well, and there's. I've been to. Yeah, I've been
Not smelling a
once.
fart to a strip club.
Oh, I've smelled several farts and gone to several strip clubs. I'm just saying, like,
Have you smelled a fart in a strip club?
oh, I've been with you guys, so I'm sure. Yeah, like, I
Have we
think
gone together?
it's one of those things. Like, everyone
I've gone
should do
one
it.
single.
We're all going after this recording.
Shout
Not
the
true.
fuck
I will
out.
not
No,
waste my
I'm
money
not
like
going.
that.
I'm not at work tomorrow.
I
Same.
I don't see the point of them. Am I wrong here? Am I alone? He did.
Connor.
Yeah, speaking of
Everyone,
farts.
like everyone get that up.
I may have released the demon.
But like, am I wrong here? Does anybody else find it as a waste of money? Or
All right.
you love it?
Where
This
the
is the
hell,
God's
Dom?
honest-
Where did this come from?
All right, this is the God's honest truth how I feel about strip
You
clubs.
said strip clubs.
Well, it was a joke, but like, all right, how I feel about strip clubs is, to be honest, when I'm there, I'm having the best time. But like when I'm not there, I'm like, shit, like why did I go there? Like I just wasted so much money. It's one of those things I have a 50-50 feeling about.
So you get like the Sunday scaries after you leave.
The Sunday fucking scaries. You're the
Yep.
second person to say that to me today.
Like I've been probably like 4 times. The worst experience of my last, and it was the last time I ever went was for Chris's bachelor party. You know, so should I not have said that?
No.
Well, Chris wasn't there, so
Dude, that's like going, yo, we're gonna go out for Dom's birthday, we're hitting centerfolds, and then fuck Dom when I bring
okay. But first off, that was like 2 years ago, and again, Chris didn't make it. I was there with other people
yourself.
that I won't mention. But yeah, it was like the worst experience of my life, and I haven't gone back since. So, but
Just if you would tell them what happened. to
I
you.
really don't. All right,
All right, listen. Never mind.
all right.
You
No,
don't
no, no.
have
It's
to.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll say it. I'll
I
say
feel
it.
like we shouldn't say it.
It's not that bad.
I think you should.
It's really fucking fun.
I think
Okay,
you
so-
should.
If it's funny, I love we've had such a great conversation, and I'm sure everyone's enjoying this, but we're all a bunch of weird dudes, and I think it's about time that we get fucking weird with this. And Dom is running to the bathroom, so we're gonna, I guess, let him do that. So
You know what, Connor? After you share, I'll share.
All right.
I have a good one from recently.
Okay, so all right.
Fuck it, you
The last time I
My
went,
buddy got married.
it was some
Jesus.
club in AC,
disgusting.
and I was almost blacked out. Like almost blacked out. I drank so much.
Like you were probably one drink away.
Yeah, like one drink away
I would
from
say,
blacking out.
to be
And then-
honest.
so finally, like I was sitting down, and like a girl comes up to me. She's like, "Do you want to go in VIP?" And I was like, "Yeah." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah."
kind of like, yo, not to look flex, but I got a Monster condom and like a roll of $100.
So I was like, "I just got approved for a credit card. I can use that." And yeah, so like literally, I was like, "Sure." And then I'm like, "Let me slug a beer." And I like drank half a beer. And I remember drinking half a beer, so I was like, I probably shouldn't finish this because I'm like really drunk. But I still drank like half a beer, so it was enough to put me over the edge. And like we go in there, and I don't remember anything. I remember the last thing I remember is waking up, like I was napping, waking up, and this butt naked stripper right in front of me saying, "Are you gonna fall asleep the whole time on me?" And starts screaming, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Only dude I've ever met who's gone to a strip club, bought a private room, and was like, "Yo, can I just take this 30 minutes to nap?"
And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like,
Yo,
I gotta get up. And
trying
like,
to crush this hangover.
I'm trying to like grab her to help me up, but like since you're not allowed to touch them in New Jersey or whatever, I kept like smacking her boobs on accident because she kept like moving back. So like I'm like, I'm sorry. And so so she kind of had to like help me up, and like I walked out and I was like, we gotta go. And like I don't really remember the rest of the night from there, but then I remember like a week I looked at my credit card statement and I spent like $400 there on my credit card to fall asleep. It was the best nap I ever took. Dom
You missed the whole story,
I
dude.
don't care. That last part was.
Well, he'll tell it again after the podcast.
Or you could just listen to the episode.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
All right, so April, my college quarterback got married, and he was marrying a girl from around here. He's from Minnesota, so they had for her.
I'm surprised he wasn't a golden goal for
I'm from Wisconsin, but he's from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Anyway, so they had the bachelor party out here and everything. A few of the teammates were out with us. And long story short, after going to Porta, we went to Centerfolds. And it turned into me holding the stripper's hand at the ATM at 2:30 in the morning.
Ooh.
It's a love thing.
I checked my debit card the next day, and I had spent over $500.
She loved you, huh?
Yeah.
And you loved her back, huh?
Wait, Phil,
This is why I hate strip clubs.
Did Phil break the golden rule? It sounds like you guys broke the golden rule of strip clubs. Is you don't fall in love at a strip club.
I didn't fall in love.
First
She
off-
just held my hand at an ATM.
I fell asleep at a strip club.
T-Pain sings the truth. A. B. This is why I hate strip clubs. This is why I won't go. I think they're a waste of money.
Well, maybe they hate
No,
you.
you're right.
You play Monday morning
Oh, no,
quarterback
dude.
and being like, oh, why did I spend $600 at a
You're-
fucking strip club?
You're absolutely
No,
right.
dumb.
Are you
That
sure
was
it's
my.
not because you have a girlfriend right now?
I mean, no. Okay. No. 100%.
Is it?
He's like, no. As he's texting Kate, I swear, babe.
Here's
I swear,
what.
I've
No,
never been
that's
to a-
not happening. My hands are empty.
Follow up. Is it true you're dating your cousin?
No. Here's
No,
my
it's
point.
his sister wife. We've
Here's
been
my,
over this.
here's
Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
point. Okay, even before Kate, like I don't like them. I've been to like a titty bar just like because it was like spur of the moment.
What are you,
Like,
my grandpa? Titty bar?
Exactly.
Because you wanted to say the words titty bar at one point in your life.
No, dude,
We're gonna have to bleep that out now, guys.
I was in Baltimore
Bleep.
like randomly, and there's this weird street of like just titty bars. Like it's really, but if you go. It's an adventure. But no, I'm not in full support of strip club. I think they
No, that
suck.
was my first time there in like 3 years, and before that another year. So like I don't go all the time.
I think. Wait, did you go with us the first time?
No, for
We were,
Pat's
like,
birthday.
20.
No, I did not go.
We weren't even 21 yet.
No, Tom wore the fedora that night, the leopard fedora that Chelsea
I had no
had.
idea, dude. I don't remember.
That was actually a few months later.
This is
You
a
and I
long time
got
ago.
thrown
This is
out
like
of her house.
4 years ago.
Remember me and you got thrown out of her house the same night?
Whose house?
Chelsea's.
Oh yeah.
Because you brought the platinums.
No, blackberry brandy. Rob
Oh, that's
Arthur
what
put
did
me
it.
on my
But
fucking
we had the
ass.
platinums that night. though, too.
Blackberry brandy,
Dude, it's so
I make
good.
sangria with that.
That shit will fuck.
So
No, dude, you
good.
have blackberry brandy
It's
and
Sprite.
Sprite
Oh,
will
it's
put
so
you down like a. If I sniff it, I'll yap.
It'll kill an elephant.
It would kill a mammoth.
Mammoths are dead, Tom.
Mammoth.
You have to resurrect it, then it would kill it.
That's how strong it is.
There were blanks in that gun.
So what else?
That was weird. You guys have a good chemistry right now.
This is it, man.
I like sharing a microphone with Don.
It kind of sucks.
You guys are getting a little like,
Close. They've moved
Dude, there's
closer.
nothing wrong with being close to Connor's penis.
I mean, when I was opening up about myself, he was rubbing my shoulders. I don't think anybody saw that.
And you can leave us alone about it.
Put the
Yeah,
lotion in the basket.
Where are you going?
No, but yeah. So
Real
let's-
quick, Matt, before you go anywhere, did we get any emails? Do you know?
We got one.
Well, we'll go do your thing.
got
Do
one.
your
Alright,
thing.
you guys
We'll
talk.
continue talking. We'll do that in a second.
Yeah. But all right. So, I mean, going back to the subject, little off topic, but it was a fun off topic.
Sorry about that rant.
Yeah. But
What was the rant about?
Strip clubs.
yeah.
That was the rant. Yeah.
That's my bad.
It's always
okay.
your fault.
But no, yeah. It's going back to like exactly where we went off. It's like finding your vessel.
Yeah.
Like me, I feel like me and Pat found ours with doing this. You know, like pretty much it's like talking about what we love and like we're all like if you get down to it, all we're really doing is sharing our opinion. But it's like I love talking about movies. I love talking about like stuff that entertains me, and like there's nothing that makes me happier than like sharing something I really enjoyed with someone else.
Right.
But also I love when someone doesn't like something that I love, or I hate something that they love, because I'm like, why? Like let's go at
Yeah.
it. Like
I like that too.
Let's
That's
do it.
awesome.
Like I like that competition factor, but I also love like sharing something like, you know, like. And it's more even grounded than just movies in general. It can go towards anything like in life. But like I feel like with like especially our group of friends, mostly, not everybody, but like with like Matt, like you, Dom, are you a Star Wars fan?
He hates Star Wars.
I don't hate Star Wars. I just don't watch it.
I know like Phil, you're a huge Star Wars fan.
Huge. Yeah.
Pat's
He's fake.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a tattoo of anything.
Actually, I'm getting a Darth Vader sugar skull on my thigh
No, he's
next
not.
month.
He's not. It's not happening.
getting a tattoo of Godzilla on my arm next
Matthew
month.
Broderick's face on Godzilla next
You
month.
really love Godzilla that much?
I'm really the biggest Godzilla fan you'll ever meet in your life.
When was Godzilla born?
Well, technically speaking, if you want to go by like cinematic, like chronologically, it's 1954.
You got problems. I'm just kidding.
You're such an asshole.
I was just kidding.
What do you love, Dom?
Dude, you. We've gone over this 100
I don't
times.
know. I don't like that.
But I don't care. I love you.
All right, good. But no, but like doing something you love, talking about things you love.
Yeah.
Like we do our podcast. I like talking about controversial current events.
Yeah.
They're a little iffy about going into controversial
Phil
things.
Loves stirring
So
the pot.
they don't.
Every week feels like
yo, let's talk about insert the most offensive and like hard to dance around topic you can think of.
Let's talk about race, sex, and fucking rape. I love it.
I didn't say rape. I said
perfect, and
gun.
murder,
I wanted to talk
and-
about gun control. No one wanted to talk about it, so I didn't do
We'll
it.
save it for next time.
I know. I'm not gonna go into it. I didn't try and segue. No, I didn't. But no, and then talking about sports. That's another thing I like to do. You know, they love to do it too, and we
Love talking about
So
sports.
this is,
That's
you know,
that's a valid
we
thing.
created our podcast off of urinal talk. What does that one guy? What do you talk about at the urinal with your buddies?
Weather, sports.
How often
Okay.
they come here?
Let me be honest. That's extremely valid.
I think it depends where the urinal is. So like
yeah, really good point.
so like if you're at MetLife Stadium taking a piss, what are you gonna be talking about?
That ain't a urinal. That's a trough.
The goddamn Jets.
There we go. If you're at a urinal at AMC Lowe's, what are you gonna be talking about?
Dom, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. Fuck you. It is Giant Stadium.
No, it's not.
Who they
Giant
should?
Stadium,
it's
you little
Giant
bitch.
Stadium.
MetLife.
It's MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, but it's Giants. Yeah.
Yo,
On what
shout out.
planet is a Giant Stadium? Show it to me on a map.
You know,
right
you
now.
know what team sucks real hard though?
The Jets.
The fucking Jets.
They do
I
suck
mean,
real
I don't like the
Jets.
Giants either, but whatever.
Whoa, hey.
18-1.
I
The
bleed
Jet-
blue in this house. I bleed blue.
The Jets missed the playoffs by one game last year. Are we serious? Actually, not even. They just because they
just-
lost the game to the Steelers
I just
and they
don't,
snuck in.
I
and
just
they
don't
didn't-
like the Jets. That's all.
I just
don't like the Giants either.
I
so.
don't like you.
Before
I know
this
that.
becomes a heated argument, Connor, continue what you
So
were
like
saying.
what do you talk about at a urinal? What do you talk when you're at a urinal at AMC Lowe's?
Fuck you.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
not
that's
saying a
tough.
word.
I've never had a conversation at AMC
or
Lowe's.
I might ask like, I'd probably just be a dickhead and be like, "Sup."
No, dude, you gotta hit him with the. I know you're probably wondering why I gathered you here.
Or hey, let me put these 3D glasses. Whoa.
Or you could always just get in there, and go all around the world, statues crumble, and just go straight up.
Or you can look at the guy next to you and say, "Wow, you know what happened to the last guy that peed in that urinal?" And then just unzip and walk
You
away.
ever catch a dude checking?
I've caught Dom checking.
It's happened to me a few times.
except on you.
Like if I'm around my friends and they're peeing next to me, I'll jokingly, like exaggeratingly pretend I'm looking. Like
Did you peek? Like,
I'll do like a total like Kramer from
Hold up.
Seinfeld. Like
I've probably peaked before.
has anyone here ever crossed swords with a homie?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
yes,
Like a
Friday,
few, a few homies.
Me and Dom may or may not have crossed swords in a Friday's bathroom while other people were in the bathroom.
we did.
What?
Were we drunk?
Yeah, and there was a dude taking a shit in the stall, and you and I walked in and were like, "Yo, let's just do this."
He's our boy.
It happened.
That's
and
what
then
that
you
means.
and then you dribbled. You dribbled on your pants.
I've never not dribbled in my life.
Literally got the worst pissing control ever.
All right, so Matt, you got an email here.
Oh yeah.
How about you do that?
Okay, yeah. We got on the for those who don't listen to Live from the Middle Urinal and totally should. We do this thing where we ask people to email us. You can email us at livefromthemiddleurinal@gmail.com. You can send us questions, all that, baloney. We got an email this week asking, what is your favorite line that you've either heard or said to a member of the opposite sex, and what's the situation it would be used? So, like, the example this person put is, for example, mine's when a girl says, "Have a nice day," and I respond, "Of course I will. I got to see you." So, like, basically, like, what's the smoothest line? You don't have to have been the one who said it. It's just, like, one you've heard. Like, have you ever heard a dude, like, not necessarily a pickup line, just, like, a smooth line that someone's thrown out? That's the email we got.
I'm not good at this game. I'm good at
This isn't a game. This is a question.
No, I mean, yeah.
I got one.
It's only like specific, I can't even think of one off the top of my head. Like, it's like they say something, you say something back, but nothing like generic, like the example you gave. You get what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you. Well, I
Yeah.
feel like yours are when you just do the icebreakers. Like,
Oh, yeah, but that's like joking. Like, I'm just joking.
Well, who uses like a smooth pickup line or anything like that and is serious? Like, if you're doing that, you're a tool.
No,
like,
that's true.
You
Like,
usually.
oh, did you drop 40 cents because I see 4 dimes?
that's the greatest pickup line ever because it's actually works for me. It's actually works for me.
Yeah, Connor, explain this. Here, you know what? Here's your chance to
He doesn't
answer
have
the
to
question.
explain it. It's self-explanatory. It's
I'll-
great.
Well, you want me to tell the story of the
No,
origin?
I just want you to. That's clearly your choice, your answer to this question. So answer the question is what I'm saying.
As far as
Like, what's the situation in which you'd use that? Like, how would
pickup
it work?
line?
Yeah, how would that work?
I mean, it's you just got to find the right moment.
Yeah, but like what do you explain the line is what I'm saying.
All right, so the line is and Dom did say it. It's when like you go up to. There's several different ways you can approach it. It's kind of like that, like the aristocrats joke. Like everyone has a different way of telling it, but it all comes to a similar conclusion with like a similar basis. It involves dimes, which is a type of currency used in the United States of America. We have listeners that are not in the United States.
I was going to say, I'm glad we had to explain that.
Well, I'm saying, how many people on Facebook that from the Philippines liked our page?
Actually, a lot.
Yeah. So thank you. All right.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. So and we have listeners in other countries too. So everyone's giving me dirty ass looks here. Fuck all y'all.
Give you a single dirty look.
I have eyes in the back of my head.
You're lying.
No, I'm just kidding. My mom does. Yeah. So the way I do it is if it's a group of friends, and they all happen to be particularly good looking or to a certain set, I go up to them and I say, "Hey." So this happened to me at Beer Garden, so I'll go on with that story. I was at Beer Garden, and there was 4 girls, and most of them were pretty cute. There was one that I thought was really cute, so I go up. I was like, "Hey, ladies, I think you dropped 40 cents around here," and they all kind of were like, none of them looked down because they were like, "No, we didn't. Like, why would we drop 40 cents?" Like, and they're like kind of confused. I was like, "Because I see 4 dimes sitting at this table," and like all of them were like, "What?" Like the fact that like I even just went out and said that.
You're so fucking cool.
I know.
Diagnosis. Fucking sick.
I was hoping you were gonna say that.
That's really good though, dude.
Yeah.
That takes balls.
I think it's a great pickup line, personally.
I got one for you. I've been slapped for this one.
Let's hear it.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear that.
I think I've told you this one before. It's really good. A teammate of mine used to say it. It was hilarious. Hey, so you want to get pizza and fuck? And then they give you the nastiest look, and it's like, what's the matter? You don't like pizza?
Love it. I love it.
I took one really hard to the jaw after that one.
No kidding, you dickhead.
Yeah, that's like the worst thing.
But I didn't feel it because I was
when,
hammered.
When I was in college, a kid I went with, I went to school with for 2 years. He used to walk up to girls literally in the middle of parties and just go, "Yo, you like Easy Mac?" And everyone likes Easy Mac unless you like just or don't like mac and cheese, basically. And they'd be like, "Yeah," and he'd be like, "You tryna?"
I strongly protest to that.
That's fine. But he'd go, "You like Easy Mac or whatever," and then just go, "You tryna?" And it worked like 10 times. It was the most ridiculous fucking thing I ever saw in my life.
He's probably a really good-looking guy.
He's not. He's really not.
That's really cool though. Good for him, man.
Yeah, man, he killed it. What
So what?
Dom's sitting here giving me the home run signal. Let's like take it around the fucking bases, baby.
Do we have any other emails? Or just that one?
Just the one.
All right, cool. Well, hey, this was a cool talk on positivity. To sum it up, basically, like, do what you love, surround yourself with the best people you can, and life's gonna get you down. It happens to everybody, and honestly, like, this is the kind of stuff that I like to do. I love this
And
shit.
also, fuck them all but 6.
Absolutely.
I think surrounding yourself with positive people and like when I was opening up a little bit, as if I'd never done that. Like I used to kind of like as much as as insecure as I was about myself and like in the past and like how like I'd be like I didn't really know a lot of people or whatever. I also was like kind of like very judgmental back in the day. I think that was just more of like a teenage thing. I feel like teenagers are just very judgmental. I feel like maybe I was more judgmental than most others. So I kind of would just like even if I disagreed with one little thing, I would be like no, sorry, like you're wrong. Like I would just I couldn't even argue. You couldn't even argue with me. And like I feel like surrounding yourself with positive people is really almost just not caring like who that person is or what they do. It's kind of like are they a positive aspect in your life? And like that's all you really need. And I feel like since I've kind of like dropped that, I don't want to say prejudice, but like I've kind of dropped that like judgment mentality. I mean, like junior year of high school forward, I feel like was almost there was a point in my life again, like talking about like, and you guys, I already talked about it like an hour ago. There was a point in my life where I was really low, but like as far as like knowing new people, getting new friends, and also like retaining and building a stronger relationship with my older friends of just like be like, yo, I don't really care who you are or what you do, but like you're like a really nice dude, and like I would love to be really good friends with you. Like just having that like mentality is just that you surround yourself with positive people when you have that.
Yeah, I felt that way when like I met you guys, you and Pat here. Like I've known Matt and Dom forever. I met Matt when we were like 6th grade, Matt, 12. We were probably right, Matt.
What was that?
How old? We were like, what, 12 years old when we met?
Yeah, something like that.
And then I met Dom in English class sophomore year of high school. And then I met you guys a few months ago.
That's how I felt. That's what I said earlier. I just met these guys
But,
like a few hours
yeah,
ago.
I met these guys a few months ago. But like I consider them some of my best friends already, just because of just
The
they're
feeling
good
is mutual.
people. Yeah, there's good
Yeah, I
people.
agree.
So just find those people, man. That's what it's all about.
And like also too, like they'll come to you. Like I don't think I found you guys. I think it was just like I met you guys. I pretty much because of Dentino, I met Nick Snyder. Because of Nick Snyder, I met all you guys.
Right.
Now I just have to get rid of Nick Snyder. But no, I'm just kidding.
I will not let Snyder be tossed aside.
No, I'm just kidding. I will never let that happen either. Snyder's the man.
Nah.
But yeah, it's almost just like you can find those people that like where it's I almost enjoy having friends that I don't almost see eye to eye with on everything, because you should put yourself on, like you should challenge yourself like in like what you believe and like what you stand for, because like you're not always right. I almost kind of like I feel like now in my life I have like a zen of like saying like I actually like being wrong, because then you learn what's right from being wrong. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to like make a mistake, like because like the people that know what's right in that situation will bring you up. But also too, you may learn to where someone else makes a mistake or isn't doing something the right way, or may not be positive for them, then you can like themselves bring them up. And I feel like this group of friends that like we have, like it's kind of stupid. Like we we've had this like it's like 33 in our group chat, but like it's really like 20 something of us that really like kind of like keep in contact and go out.
Yeah, they interact.
Yeah, they interact all the time, and it's like we all have that attitude of like, like bringing each other up. Hence, at the party when it was Dentino had that idea of, hey, let's just compliment the other person.
Awesome.
It was a great
Loved
idea, and like I that comes down to like I can say like me and Dentino have never saw like we there's a lot of things we agree on and there's a lot of things we disagree on, but like, I'm actually really happy on the things we disagree on, because you're always gonna learn something from it, no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, this has been really sweet. I love
Shut
it.
the fuck out to that. I also think that people need to understand it's okay to disagree with your friends on things.
Oh, 100%.
You don't have to see eye to eye with everything.
It opens up room for discussion.
And great yeah, and you learn shit about your
It
friends.
makes you smarter.
And it makes the relationship better and all that stuff.
I agree.
And ta-da, you get a podcast.
Exactly.
Boom. That was
You
weird.
guys are so weird.
What the fuck is good with you?
Dude, they're going to start a spin-off podcast.
Get out of my head,
Dude, I don't know. There's it's like we're sharing more than a mic, man.
Phil, play us out.
Tomorrow there's going to be a new podcast, and it's going to be the Dom and Connor show. One last thing I want to say before we close this out. Connor, you can sit at my lunch table now.
That was incredible.
Unless I'm there, fuck you.
That's really harsh, Matt. We just had this whole positivity thing. Matt, fuck you. All right, signing us out. Matt, go around the horn.
Matt.
I'm Phil.
And
And this has been a crossover of Live from the Middle Urinal and the Awesome Sunday Show.
The awesome urinal crossover.
Awesome urinal show.
Wow.
urinal crossover.
But you know that piss you've been waiting to take, and you finally glad you got it out.
It's like breaking the seal.
Exactly. This episode's breaking the seal.
Enjoy it.
There's gonna be many more pisses coming after you break the seal.
So many pisses.
How many pisses?
So many.
Like a bajillion pisses.
So many pisses.
72 pisses.
Philip.
Piss.
All right, folks. Have a good night.
Sada.
Deuces.
We should also plug our respective links.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn it. Yeah.
Man, we're gonna fuck. Oh, we should probably promote it.
I swear, like someone who doesn't know us that's listening to this is like, all these guys are baked out of their mind right now.
Which is not true.
It's not true at all.
Not true.
No, like none of us have smoked at all today.
Just the clown in the corner.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Are you pointing at Dom or a real clown?
No, there's a real clown over there.
Imagine if you thought there was a real clown in there and you started.
Anyway. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Awesome Sunday Show. Follow us on Twitter at Awesome Sun Show. And your guys' links are?
Facebook, we are facebook.com/live from the Middle Urinal. We are also on Twitter at Middle Urinal Pod. And we are on Instagram now at Middle Urinal Pod. And we're also on Snapchat at Middle Urinal Pod.
Email us though. It would be so much better if you guys just emailed us.
Yeah, live from the Middle Urinal at gmail.com.
And it takes, look, I know, like, that requires work, and, like, we're asking things of you, but, guys, it takes 30 seconds. Ask us the stupidest question you can. I really do not care. Just ask us anything. Get us talking. And if you ask us, we will respond, I promise you. So you will get answered. We will not ignore you.
Yeah, or send us positive vibes, man. Just say we're doing great, or you can say we're doing really shitty. That helps too.
Or positive criticisms and positive vibes.
Yo, you can tell us we suck. Just rate us 5 stars and fucking subscribe.
Yeah, you could listen to us.
Hence positive criticisms.
You could listen to both podcasts on YouTube, Podbean, and iTunes. And expect more crossovers in the future, so let's end this finally.
Yeah, all right.
now.
Yeah, we're at like what, an hour and a half? Hour and 25 minutes?
Yeah,
But I
we're
think
doing
you know
okay.
where.
It's a very good podcast.
Okay, ready? I'm about to cut Connor off. Say something.
Peace.